gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top past sports stories of this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
Eric, I feel a little grumpy right now.
A lot's happened. It's been an interesting week.
I should be thrilled for most of the sports. But for whatever reason it is, and I know what the reasons are, I'm a little grumpy.
Well, we'll have to see if we can cheer you up tonight. That's going to be our goal. I got
a feeling I'm going to be losing a lot of Christmas cards.
A lot of Christmas cards going away this week.
I think so.
We'll look forward to that as well. Manny, thanks for joining. Big week last week, Manny, with your prediction. So tune in for that as well. If you join us live, please join the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have some conversation. We're going to talk a lot of NFL, big stuff happening in Major League Baseball that we're going to probably both lose our minds on.
Oh, I know I'm losing my mind.
As well as a special celebration this week for Boston Bruins. So we'll get Ron's feel on that and have some fun as well. And then our prediction segment at the end of the show, where you have a chance to try to beat us and see if you can outguess our predictions on this week's big matchups. So tune in for that.
Got some prizes going out today.
Before we get started, Ron, let's thank those that help us continue to grow, especially our friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
Absolutely. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
We also want to thank those in Dallas, Georgia. WDJY FM 99.1. Thank you for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as our good friends here in Southeast Connecticut, S6E3, Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on Tuesday nights. We appreciate the support. If you're watching us or listening to us on any of those platforms, you could always join us every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. Hopefully we get some live chats tonight, Ron, because there's a lot happening. Are you ready to get this party started?
I'm ready. Let's see how many Christmas cards. I'm going to try to get at least 7 Christmas cards going.
All right. Lucky 7 tonight. Hey, let me ask you a quick question before we even get started. You know, I always have these random weird questions.
Yeah, you do. It's like a new trend now.
Yeah, I know, right? But listen, let's have some fun here. And let me ask you this question, Ron. The other day I'm driving and somebody's crossing the street. And I slow down, you let them go by. They're far enough away where, there's really no. So the man's on the other side, the opposite side of the road now. I pass by him and he chucks me the bird. So my question, I guess, is this. Is that the new standard for acknowledging that you let somebody go? Because I really want to know. Like, what would Ron do in that situation?
You don't want to know what I would do. You don't want to know that. That guy would not be safe on the sidewalk.
Right, I was floored, but you know what I did? I gave him a thumbs up. I'm like, all right, buddy, whatever. Like, but I was just like, what is going on in this world that was the response for me letting him go? I let him go.
Yeah, he would have to hurry up home. We'll just say that.
Danny joined us, just got his Lakers Air Jordans retro. You guys have to stay tuned. Danny and Manny.
Oh, yes.
Will need to be here for the prediction segment. So, guys, if there's a show you want, I got a little surprise for you.
I have
later
a
on.
surprise for them too.
Thanks to Ron as well. But just was curious about that situation. If anybody's out there, like, is that the proper protocol now?
I would definitely have turned around and gone back. We'll just say that.
I just don't know what's going on with the world today. All right, Ron.
I need some new color to my tires.
A little off red, maybe.
A little off red, you know.
Yeah. All right.
To make sure I soak it all in.
Yeah, right. It's just unreal, man. People are crazy. All right, Ron, let's get this party started. Biggest story that came out this week. Mike Tomlin stepped down as the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. Thoughts on, I'm catching a case. It's an interesting time thinking about, listen, they beat the Baltimore Ravens. They get back into the postseason. We all kind of thought, though, if they lost that game, that there was probably an opportunity for him to get fired. So Tomlin, through his 19-year career with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so think about that, 193, 114, and 2 ties, 0 losing seasons in 19 years, which is pretty damn impressive. That part of it, I mean,
it is impressive.
Pretty impressive.
The problem is he can't win a playoff game.
2 AFC championships, 1 Super Bowl, but 8-12 in the postseason.
His butt was going to get fired unless he stepped down. And I think the team gave him an option.
Yeah, Manny just said the same thing.
Or we're firing you.
Yeah, Manny just said he stepped down before he got fired.
Yeah.
I tend to agree. Let me ask you this question, Ron. There's so much parity in the NFL now. Moving on from Tomlin, do you think they get a coach that makes them any better going forward?
No.
So you have somebody who at least you know is stable enough to get you wins, a winning season every year, and make this move to me, or allow this move to happen.
He's not joining the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is why I don't want to do the surprise at the end of the show, Ron. Danny's the reason, because he's going to get me fired up about these Cowboys already. But I don't think Mike Tomlin is going to step away from the game and go to TV this offseason.
He's going to TV.
I do not feel like he will coach. Here's 2 reasons why. First and foremost, again, I think he wants some time away. Secondly, the Pittsburgh Steelers still own the rights to Mike Tomlin. So a team has to give up compensation. I'm not sure how many teams would want to give up compensation because it's going to command a first rounder. As crazy as it sounds, the man has a winning record. He's never had a losing season. He's gotten his team to the postseason several times. I can't see them not requesting a first-round draft pick as compensation. So how many teams are going to be willing to do that, especially if it's a team that is in the top 10 in the NFL in the draft? It's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, if I'm the New York Jets, and I'm not, I would fire Aaron Glenn and said, Mike, you're our coach. Because he's the only guy that's out there that could save that team right now.
Would that not be interesting if him and Harbaugh both end up in New York? Like that would be really ironic. That both and
I'm doing that.
And they share the same stadium, Ron. They share the same stadium.
Yeah. And I would be more than happy to give up one of my first round picks.
Yeah, they can afford it. They have several, so maybe I don't
consider them very far away. Although trading Sauce Gardner didn't help, but you know, I do it. I'd pull the trigger if I'm them to give up that pick. Now, other teams not so sure because if they only have one pick, I'm not sure I'd do that.
Yeah, Tomlin to me. I just don't know if he's a New York guy. Like the media,
Well,
like
he's not a
Pittsburgh.
bumbling fool, so
No,
that would make him not a New York guy.
Manny takes some holy water around the jet. Listen, it worked for the Ravens. It worked for the Ravens. I will say, I just don't know media wise if he'd want to deal with the New York market. Like I don't think for him that team. He needs to go to a team that's kind of middle of the ground that can make. I don't know if the Jets are there. I just don't think the Jets are even close.
He needs to go to a team with a quarterback.
Like if the Bengals had gotten rid of Zach Taylor, I could see Tomlin going to like the Bengals, right? Because now you're talking,
great,
right? Like
love that.
That's the move I would like. Like if Tomlin's going to get back into a coaching job, and we're going to talk about Harbaugh in a minute, you need to have at least something to build on.
If I'm Cincinnati, I do that. I fire my coach and I hire him. That's what I do.
The fact that Zach Taylor survived, all three of those NFL AFC North coaches got fired except for Zach Taylor, who was 6-11.
Yeah, came in last place, almost last.
No, Browns last, but
you might as well be last,
right? But
with
again,
6 wins.
So many coaches fired. 9, I believe 9. Willie, thanks for joining. 9 coaches fired, which is crazy to think about as well. Like, what has happened to the NFL?
Not this year. Maybe next year. If he sits out a year, I can see it.
Danny. Did he change? He changed his name too. Was it always Danny Dallas Cowboys? Let's go. It was not.
I believe so.
Was it?
I believe so.
I can't. Let's talk about another coach that is possibly on the move. This move still hasn't happened yet, or officially.
Wait, it hasn't happened?
Hasn't officially been named. They said they are very close to some language. I don't know what that means. I mean, you've got some language, but it's a different kind. Some language in the contract that it hasn't been settled yet. But John Harbaugh to the Giants, it looks like this is probably going to happen sooner than later.
Probably the better choice.
18 seasons with the Ravens. He was 180 and 113, 13 and 11 in the postseason, 1 Super Bowl championship, 1 Coach of the Year. Like the move? Do you think this is the best move for the New York Giants?
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that. They'll make the playoffs and be all happy about making playoffs because they haven't really done it much. And they'll be happy. He's not going to be the one that's going to get them over the hump, I don't think, though.
No, listen, I think stability-wise, he gives them maybe something to look forward to for the next 5 years or
play
so.
Tougher.
How long does the ownership team allow him to be successful? That's going to be key because it seems like they've got quick I thought Brian Daboll was doing a good job with Jackson Dart. I thought they had some pieces.
Yeah, I thought so too, but they fired him. So
but that's my point. How long do you go with John Harbaugh? Listen, you lose your number 1 wide receiver, your number 1 running back. You have a quarterback that has to learn to protect himself, who got injured, during the course of the season several times. How's that Daboll's fault? Daboll has had the pieces.
I feel like the team has a shot to improve, and I think they would have done that with, the ball.
Manny Nostradamus us last week. He said and told us that that's where Harbaugh was going to go. So,
yeah, I said that too.
I think most people thought Tomlin was going to go, to the New York. It makes sense for him. I think he can handle that media.
Yeah, I think those two are the best coaches available. And, outside of them, I'd go Flores. Brian Flores.
Does he get a job? Do you think Brian Flores, with 9 openings,
if he doesn't get a job, it's...
I don't get it. I don't listen. Got another guy that could turn a team around pretty quick. He did it in Miami.
Yeah.
So that one's going to be an interesting one.
Some scrub that doesn't know what he's doing.
So I'm predicting Tomlin goes TV. We 99.9 Harbaugh to the Giants.
I think somebody's just going to offer Tomlin a great contract, and he's not going to be able to turn it down.
The key is, are you willing to give up those draft picks for Mike Tomlin?
I would love to see him in Vegas out
I
there.
would say this: it worked for the New England Patriots with Belichick.
Yeah.
Like that's the last big one I can remember where New England gave up, I believe, a first-round draft pick to get Bill Belichick, and the rest is history on that one.
Tomlin just needs a quarterback that can get it done in the big game.
The problem with Tomlin too is, though, you think about the Rooney family has owned the Steelers for a long time, and
Yeah.
if anything, listen, I'm not a Steelers fan, but if anything, that ownership has been great for the NFL. You've never really seen anything negative come out of Pittsburgh. Does he want to go
They
to
don't keep anybody though.
But does he? This is going to be their fourth coach in their history,
I know. It's
which
crazy.
is insane to think about too, right? Noel, Cowher, then
Maybe they
Tomlin.
go Bill Cowher, come back.
Somebody said that's been teams that offered his, and he's turned it down. But my point would be is this:
He likes his job.
Do you think Tomlin would want to go to a circus like Vegas with an owner like Davis? You know what I mean? Like that's where
I don't know. He likes stability. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I would like to see him go out there, see if he can change things. That's what I want to see. I want to see him change a team's future. And that's why I like Raiders and Jets for him. That's why I like them.
Yeah.
Because I think he could turn a franchise around. Or Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see. Because I think Tomlin was one of the best head coaches in football.
Yeah, you don't have a losing season. I don't care what coach you are. It's pretty impressive.
And even with the players that they send packing as well.
Every year
they don't re-sign guys.
And it wasn't he had Roethlisberger, but then he had all these quarterbacks at the end of it after Roethlisberger that just somehow
he was hurt a lot in the later years.
And he still found ways to win. Ways to win. Let's talk some more NFL, Ron. Because this is a big. Where are you guys thinking the same when the Raiders got Pete Carroll?
You can read it out loud so that way the folks at home can see it, hear it.
Or you could put it up.
Yeah, but they still can't hear it on the radio.
So Manny's asking, were you guys thinking the same when the Raiders? I didn't like the Pete Carroll signing with the Raiders. I was more surprised about the fact that they terminated him after 1 year.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
That part of it to me was pretty surprising.
You got to give him an opportunity to assess what he's even got.
If you're going to bring in a 74-year-old, 75-year-old coach to just fire him the next year, then what was the point of that? To me, it's like
so they can pay another coach.
But it wasn't even a stopgap. Like you know what I mean? Like you figured, give him a couple years, then we have a reason to get rid of him.
You have to give a coach at least 2 years, in my opinion, unless they're just atrociously bad Mayo.
Like it's expired
Christmas
Mayo?
card lost.
Expired.
He's a crappy coach.
What?
It's horrible.
Come on.
One of the worst I've ever seen. One of the worst I've ever seen.
Was he the worst you've ever seen? One of the worst?
He might be.
He might be one of the worst.
He might be.
All right.
Might be the worst.
Let's talk some NFL playoffs this weekend. I'm sure everybody out there is excited to get these games underway this Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to discuss each matchup a little bit, kind of just give us some bullet points.
They're all in order of time.
Danny did put on the chat, where do I stand on the listings? You had a phenomenal week, Danny, but you got to tune in to the end and you got to see it. So do not leave the show tonight, Danny. You're going to want to find out how well you did last week.
Yes.
All right, let's start off with the Saturday matchups, and we're going to talk Bills at Broncos, Ron. Listen, Josh Allen has to play Superman in this one. It's going to be critical for
yeah.
If the Bills are going to advance to the AFC Championship game, it is strictly going to be because Josh Allen did something that no other human being in football can do.
And that's pretty much where he is in his career. He can do things that nobody else in the league can, not even Mahomes.
So
I mean, he can just run people over.
do we think he has the ability to do that? I mean, they are beat up. They are down.
They are beat up.
He is beat up. He is injured as well. It's not
But
like
there is this. We all know that Denver is probably the best team run defense, right?
they are the second-ranked defense in the NFL this season.
And I think it's top run defense.
I'm pretty sure they are.
So Cook is not really going to have a very good week, right?
Yeah, probably won't be a
But
factor.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the Denver Broncos are 24th
Offensively.
in run defense on quarterbacks.
Oh, interesting stat. Okay.
It's either 23rd or 24th. I can't remember what. I remember looking at the stats, and that stuck out at me because there's nobody. I don't think there's anybody better at running as Josh Allen is. The effectiveness, mind you. Now, yes, I know May has done a great job. I know Lamar Jackson, Hurts, they can all run the ball, right? Lawrence. But it's the way Josh Allen does run and when he runs. That is the effect it has. And it's almost always for a first down. Almost always. And he's so big that he can just run over a linebacker. And that's saying something.
Yeah, he definitely likes contact.
So that's their advantage, is Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is the piece. I will say this. Bo Nix has to prove that he is not going to lose the game as well.
Right.
Right. As great as that Denver defense is, if Buffalo can put up 21 points, can Bo Nix compete? And that's been a bigger question than anything else. And to me, for this team,
he suffer the Milano effect.
Yeah,
you heard that, right?
Yeah, there's something wrong with you. Listen, if I'm Denver, my biggest fear is Bo Nix can't put up enough points, and I'm going to ask my defense with 2 minutes left in the game to stop Josh Allen from getting into the end zone. So to me, it's really going to depend on how quick Bo Nix is effective early in this game offensively to give his team some points so that Josh Allen can't be the factor at that point. Cam Newton, he was big, so and running into linebackers, but he refused to jump and get on the ball. Yeah, much different though, right? You think about the heart of Josh Allen. That man will jump. If that was Josh Allen in the Super Bowl, Manny, back in the day, he's diving on that ball. He's not Cam Newton saying, "Oh well, I got a long career ahead of me." So,
and I'll tell you, watching last week's game made me feel that he's the toughest player in the league.
My man was taking a beating. He was.
And I have so much respect for this guy. He's probably my favorite football player right now.
Wow.
Because of his actions in the game. When it matters, he just steps up. And it's not his fault that the Bills haven't made it to the Super Bowl with him. It's not him. He has been nothing short of fantastic.
His playoff numbers are ridiculous. Like if you look at it, you start
just
to look.
Not getting help.
If you read, and again, the other question is this: Buffalo's defense not great. No. So again, is this going to end up being a factor? That's why Manny
I chose the Bills to win the Super Bowl this year too.
All right, we'll see.
And I mean, I just look at the two teams and the two quarterbacks, not taking anything away from Bo Nix. Bo Nix has had a great year. Okay, he doesn't turn the ball over. He doesn't cost them games. But on the same token, he can't win the game.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen can.
Yeah. Oh, great point. Great point. Let's talk about that NFC West matchup. This will be their third time facing each other here. The San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. Last game of the regular season, Seattle dominated that game, won 16-3. San Francisco didn't look right. My question is this, Ron. I guess there's two questions to this.
There's a lot of questions.
Brock Purdy, I wasn't impressed in the Philadelphia game. I thought he had a couple turnovers, just didn't, to me, look like a championship quarterback. But then I sit back and go, okay, on the other side, Sam Darnold had the most turnovers for a quarterback in the regular season.
Did he really?
Yes. Who would be more likely to lose the game for their team?
Sam Darnold. Going by those numbers.
San Francisco's beat up. No Kittle now, right?
Purdy is in that Bo Nix category, isn't he? Is he going to be like a superstar and win a game? You know, I don't know.
See, I think Seattle's defense is better than San Francisco's defense. So I think they could overcome some of Sam Darnold's mistakes over Purdy's mistakes. And that's where I'm starting to question. Brock Purdy, to me, he benefited from the fact that, first and foremost, Kyle Shanahan does a great job with whatever quarterback he has. Yeah, I could probably quarterback the San Francisco 49ers.
I mean, he was winning with Mac Jones.
You agree that I could quarterback the – thank you, Ron. That was very kind of you. So I think
you were a quarterback in high school.
I was. I mean, I just got there.
What's the difference between you and Phillip Rivers?
Who can't do this? Alert! That's it. I'm changing the play. I'm all I'm doing is handing off every time because I'm not getting hit. The age
difference between you and Rivers is only a decade or
couple years. Here's the other question. Manny said Niners aren't winning, even though Darnold keeps turning the ball. His defense is better. Yeah, it's not to mention that the Niners got shut down last time they played them, right? So they had to learn from that if they could do that. But I will say this, Ron. The one factor that came out of this thing this week that really bothers me, Sam Darnold, oblique injury, said he's going to play through it. I feel like the excuse is already there. Like, I wouldn't even said anything. I don't know. I just feel like it gives him an out. They're going to say he was injured or too hurt. Something happened. I don't trust this. But I don't like all the injuries for San Francisco. I think they just have way too many injuries on both sides of the ball. So it's not like you sit back and go, oh, well, they lost Kittle. They also lost their top defensive guys during the season. You know, now you lose your best offensive option. Seattle, and it's in Seattle. Like, we know that 12th man. We know that defense.
Yeah.
They rattled Tom Brady when Tom Brady was at his peak.
And they don't have, Russell to throw the ball instead of giving it to beast mode.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that was one of the dumbest plays ever in history of football. Russell Wilson,
the funny
throwing
thing,
the ball when you have a guy that has just been running over the Patriots that whole game.
The funny thing is, Rob Ninkovich, he was a former New England Patriot, does a lot of radio now. So he was on the radio the other day, and they talked about that play. And I found it really interesting because if you start to think about the reason why they didn't hand it to Marshawn Lynch, they wanted Russell Wilson to win the MVP. And this is what coaches do sometimes. They make these decisions based on that. Listen, and he said it again, if the Matt Ryan situation in the Super Bowl.
Sorry, Atlanta. We brought it up again.
I did, right? But they should have never been passing the ball to begin with when that sack strip fumble got New England back into this game. But they wanted Matt Ryan to win the MVP. So it made sense to me when he said it because I thought about it. Why wouldn't you have just run Lynch? They couldn't stop him. And the reason they didn't is because they wanted to try to get Russell Wilson the MVP. I'm convinced Pete Carroll was gambling. It could be, Manny. Nowadays, who knows? But
That's
that
funny.
made sense to me. Is the coaching staff said, "Oh, we'll give it to Russell." We wanted him to get the MVP.
That's so stupid. It's stupid. And this is why, say what you want about his actions in the recent few years. This is why Bill Belichick was one of the best, right? Because he didn't really care about any of that stuff. He just wanted to win. And then when you have your quarterback who just wants to win, it all doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who gets the ball.
Case in point, we're going to bring back, sorry again, Atlanta, but in that Super Bowl to clinch the win in overtime, it was a pitch play to James White and allowed him to get in versus saying, "Oh, we got to get Tom the MVP." James White won that MVP in that Super Bowl. That's the point, right? But that was the point. They didn't care about who was going to get it.
Yeah, we just want to win the game.
Just win the game.
So you give it to whoever's going to get the job done, and James White got it done in that game.
He did. All right, let's move on to the next matchup on Sunday. The first matchup, the Houston Texans at the New England Patriots. As usual, Eric nervous. But I will say this, the number one defense in the league, the Houston Texans, the amount of pressure they can put on a team. My fear is this, Ron. I saw a Los Angeles Chargers team that has a good defense, but not even close to the caliber of what the Houston Texans have. And the New England Patriots offensively struggled in that game. The defense of New England kept them in that game, made enough plays to allow New England to finally get the ball in the end zone. I don't know if you could play that same type of game and have the same result against these Texans.
I mean, we're going to find out. The only thing that I like
That's deep, Ron. Thank you for that insight. We're going to find out. That's why they play the game. Good call, Ron.
That's why they played the game.
We'll find out. Danny says Patriots, let's go.
What I'm saying is, I watched the Houston Texans their last 3 or 4 games because I knew Patriots have to go through the Texans in order to get there, right? So I watched those games, and as good as Stroud is, I think he's a little sloppy.
Oh, without a doubt.
And he gets rattled and he makes mistakes. And I think that is going to help the Patriots with takeaways. And May doesn't get rattled. Not very often. Yes, he does get hit. And that usually is why he throws a pick. The pressure and a hand gets in a way. That happens. I believe that was his pick in that game too.
Yeah,
it was
batted
deflected,
ball.
right?
Yep, batted ball.
He doesn't get rattled, and he has a veteran mindset, and that is what's so great about having May as the quarterback in this game. You don't have a guy that is relatively new to the playoffs and all this, and I don't feel like he's new to the playoffs, even though this is his first playoffs, right?
Second game in the postseason.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk is going to pull up 150 and 2 touchdowns. Danny saying the Broncos win, 49ers win.
Okay, save it for the predictions, guys.
May hasn't faced a defense this good, which is the best in the league right now, Manny said. Danny just keeps making picks.
Yeah. No, what you're saying is true, but Houston didn't go undefeated.
Yeah,
CJ didn't go undefeated.
I will say this, Ron. I 100% agree with this part of it. CJ Stroud could lose this game for the Texans as well.
He could.
So I guess that's the piece I'm holding on to with New England. If they are going to win this game, it's going to be because CJ Stroud has a couple fumbles or throws a pick or two that ultimately get this team. Listen, if you can put up 17 to 21 points against the Houston Texans. I am not sure that they can put up 21 points. That is going to be New England's key. If they can get some phenomenal. New England's defense playing very well.
Look, they only gave up 3 points to the Chargers. The Chargers have a pretty good offense.
I believe Manny had said that Gonzo's probably playing. It looks like he'll be active, and that Nico Collins will not. Huh?
The monkey? Gonzo?
Gonzo.
Oh, no, that's Bonzo. Sorry.
It's
Gonzo. Gonzalez. Yeah.
Yes. And then also Nico Collins is already been ruled out for the Texans.
Yeah, he's out.
So that's a big piece for New England's defense, right? That gives you one less guy to really have to win. Their best offensive weapon. So it'll be an interesting game. I don't think Houston wants to play in the cold. They said C.J. Stroud is not a good cold weather quarterback. So that benefits them as well.
Possibility of snow. That's all I can tell you.
So, yes. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun game. This defense, though, impresses the hell out of me. And what they're able to do. Houston is just
they are.
Wow.
And I just look at it this way. Look, Patriots are probably going into this. They're probably underdogs for all I know.
I think they are favored.
And I hope they are. Because what's the first thing that Mike Vrabel's going to say when he goes into that locker room? Look, you're at home. You're the number 2 seed in the playoffs, and you're underdogs. Everybody's picking Houston. Everybody.
God, I'm listening.
These players are going to get up for this, and you don't think Stephon Diggs is going to go out there and prove something to the world? He's going to. Look, I don't see them losing. I don't see them losing because of all of those reasons, how good Houston is. Because how good they are, I really believe that the New England Patriots are up for the challenge and they're going to come through because this is what they are. This is what they are.
Houston getting 3 points right now on the spread. All right, let's talk about that Super Bowl 50. The Denver Broncos won, not because of Manning, but because of his defense. He had 148. It's a great point.
It is.
It's a great point,
Miller,
Manning.
Right? That was Von Miller.
Yeah, right?
He was a beast.
Manning only had 140 yards the whole game and an interception. I'm not disagreeing that, yes, the Houston Texans defense can shut. If New England can get some turnovers in their end of the field and put it in, that's going to be critical. I think C.J. Stroud is going to have a turnover or two.
That defense is playing too well for him not to.
So we'll see there. But let's talk about this last matchup.
Yes.
Rams, the Los Angeles Rams at the Chicago Bears. Some bad blood brewing here between the coaches, Sean McVay and Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson obviously beat Matt LaFleur. Very good friends with Sean McVay. Has talked a lot about how he hates the Packers and hates LaFleur. And so my question would be this, Ron. If the Rams have the ability to run up the score, do you think that happens?
I don't know. I think if the Rams have a large lead, in the fourth quarter, somewhere mid-quarter, I think they take out Stafford. You got to just protect him. You have to protect him. So I don't think that they want to light it up so much that Stafford has to stay out there all game to do it. I don't see that. I don't see it.
Manny, have y'all seen the weather, all the snow? They're saying snow.
It's going to snow in Chicago.
Yes. Yeah, that game's going to be cold. It's going to be, so do the Rams even want to? I just think
that game's a toss-up.
Here's my problem with the Bears. The Bears decide for 3 quarters that we're going to just kind of coast through and see what happens and then try to make this miraculous comeback.
Right. They can't do that.
They cannot do that against the Rams. because I do not. That's where I feel McVay may try to run this score up, because if he's got you up by 15 and they're like, he knows what could happen, he's going to just keep trying to score. And before you know it, it's going to be 28 points, and the Chicago Bears just don't have a shot to come back.
Yeah, see, I don't see them being up by a lot, to be honest with you. I think this game is going to be close all the way through because of the weather. Now, I don't know what to make of weather, because these football players are from all over, and it's not like none of them have played in cold weather before. Stafford was in Detroit.
Yeah, but in a dome.
In a
right?
dome.
And then again, you've seen it so many times. The Dolphins hate coming up to New England late in the year, or a West Coast team coming to the East Coast in December. It's a factor. It plays in Chicago. That weather is always crazy. They call it the Windy City for a reason, Ron.
Yeah, but like Caleb Williams, right? He's in his second year, third year?
Second year, same as Drake. Same class.
Second year. So how many times has he played out in the snow?
I don't know. I gotta ask. As a kid,
he doesn't have the experience. Stafford has been in the league a long time.
Plus,
I give
USC,
them the
right?
advantage with quarterbacks, right?
USC.
I give them the advantage.
All right. It's going to be some great football this weekend.
It is.
We will do our predictions at the end of the show, so everybody live, do not get off. We will predict all 4 of these games as well. But it is time to move on to our starting 5.
Wow, what a show. 40 minutes of football. Woo!
10 minutes of baseball
What are we doing?
Starting 5.
Okay.
This week's starting 5, we're going to continue this football talk and give you our starting 5 playoff quarterbacks for this weekend's games. So obviously there's 8 quarterbacks. 8 quarterbacks. And I am so confused. So we have honorable mentions. I only have 1, so I'm keeping 2 quarterbacks out altogether. I start us off this week, Ron. So I will tell you, my honorable mention is CJ Stroud. And it's CJ Stroud only because I feel like he still could do enough to win a game versus the 2 guys I left off.
Okay, that's pretty good. I have Hurts as a honorable mention because he won Super Bowl last year.
He's out.
So I know he's out.
It's the quarterbacks that are still in the postseason.
Oh, you just said playoff quarterbacks.
Oh, man. No, it was the quarterbacks that are still in the postseason this weekend.
Oh, well, I have it quarterbacks for the playoffs. So, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. And I have Stroud as a honorable mention. And then the Darnell / Purdy, one of those guys is on the honorable mention. One of them. I don't know which one yet.
No, I can't. All right. So at number 5 for me, I went Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, of the quarterbacks remaining, Manny has put Allen, Stafford, Darnold, Nix, May as his starting 5.
Yeah, I would have Purdy at number 5 then.
I have Purdy at number 5. I don't think he's the worst quarterback, but I don't feel like of the 4 that I went ahead of him, I don't think he's better than the 4 ahead of him. So at number 5 for me was Brock Purdy. You agree Brock Purdy for you as well?
Yeah, if it's just playoff quarterbacks that are in still, if it's just the ones that are still in, then yes,
still in.
Purdy is number 5.
Only quarterbacks that are still in. There's no way. Donald did not make my list, Manny. I am not
then
putting
that
Donald.
would make Stroud and Darnold my honorable mentions.
At number 4 for me, because the kid has shown moxie, able to win games late, make some playoff magic happen even last week, I went Caleb Williams. I feel like Caleb Williams has the ability to win a postseason game. He makes plays in the fourth quarter. So if I want a quarterback in the fourth quarter, I would say Caleb Williams right now to me is the most impressive fourth quarter quarterback left in the postseason.
Yeah, that would make me have Caleb Williams at number 4. I had Love at number 4, but that was not a very secure number 4.
You're all about Love, though. You're all
I
about
am
love,
all
so.
about Love.
So that's why we love Ron.
Yeah, but so Caleb Williams does move up to the number 4 spot.
All right. At number 3, Ron, this little guy right here, I love Drake May.
Same list. We got the same list.
I went Drake May at number 3 because if there's a guy Drake May. I'm not doing it. If there's a guy that can carry a team to a victory,
I can't believe
when you don't think he could, he's cheating because he's painting his nails. I don't know about that, Manny. I don't know if painting his nails means
painting his nails.
Caleb Williams is.
Caleb Williams is?
He paints his fingernails. Drake May, to me, has proven that he has the ability to win games, even when it seems like the team across the field is better than him. And I would want somebody like that in a postseason game. So that's why he's my number 3.
Let me tell you, I was battling, trying to figure out who I wanted at number 2 and number 3. But I ended up putting Drake May at number 3 because he's not battle tested yet. My number 2 has a Super Bowl.
Yes. Which at number 2, the only guy left in the postseason to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford. Right?
Yeah.
Stafford.
He's good. He was so good. What a waste of a career in Detroit.
Yeah, it's a shame. And he had one of the best wide receivers ever, Calvin Johnson. Like, it was just, they could never figure it out. So I went Stafford at number 2. At number 1, though, I did go Josh Allen. I think
it's not even close to me. It's not close.
I will say this. It's not about, yes, you want to win the postseason. I don't think he's ever lost a postseason. I think Manny said it in one of his earlier comments. The defenses have let him down, or guys have dropped the ball or fumbled, or it's not been Josh Allen's fault that he has not gotten.
No, it's never been his fault.
He's outplayed Mahomes at times and Burrow and all these guys, and somehow they just the rest of the team couldn't rally around him.
He is, to me, I feel he's the best quarterback in the league. When you tally it up and you add in the whole career, yes, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. But if this guy ever gets a shot in the Super Bowl,
he's winning it.
There's no way I don't pick against him ever.
He's winning it.
I'll take the loss if they lose. But I will never pick against Buffalo.
He may be one of the first quarterbacks in a Super Bowl, if he ever got there, to win the MVP, even if they lose, because he's going to just.
He's going to have he's going to have a great game no matter what.
Ron,
he just is that guy. He just doesn't stop. He's not going to quit. He's going to do everything humanly possible to win the game. He should win every game.
Manny says behind Prescott, he's the best. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Get out of here.
Manny,
Prescott.
This one's for
This
one's for Manny.
You know what? Prescott is garbage compared to him.
This is
garbage.
This one's for Manny.
Ow!
All right, that's a little slap.
Smack him one for me. Smack him again.
Ow!
Maybe a third.
Because there's no way Prescott is not even half the quarterback.
What are the fans saying?
So there's another Christmas card.
Manny, fans do not agree with you. Ron, on your starting 5, let's give you one of these, though. Very good. Good job. Yep. Glad we saw eye to eye on that. All right, my friend. We're going to move on and talk some NBA. Memphis Grizzlies are listening.
Eric, I actually get giddy when we talk about Josh Allen. Yes, I love the Patriots and everything, but there's something about Josh Allen that is just so amazing.
He's fun to watch. He really
one of
is.
my favorite athletes
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
currently play in any sport.
Yeah. He's fun to
Any
watch.
sport.
He's fine. So speaking of favorite athletes, John Morant could be on the move here with the Memphis Grizzlies. I know he's one of your favorites.
Another one. Hope he doesn't come to Boston.
Do you think it's a wise move for them to move on from him?
Yes. They're not going anywhere. You think they're going to win any championship? They're not winning anything.
No.
They're not even close.
I don't even think they're in the.
They're a play-in team, I believe.
I'm going to check right now, buddy. Hold on. Maybe. I don't know. They are the 10th seed right now.
Barely.
But they're tied. They're tied with the Clippers. They're tied with the Clippers with the same record. So
they're not even going to make it. They're not even going to make it because the Clippers are playing much better. I'd rather have. Get this. I'd rather have Kawhi and Harden over anybody on the Memphis Grizzlies. Anybody.
So I will say this. Obviously, the off-the-court situations with him, well documented. Some of the things.
It's not even off the court. It's on the court.
Danny says, yes, John Morant should retire. Who cares about him? He is a loser. All right. I will say the kid has talent, but 7 years in the league, 2 All-Stars, 1 All-NBA, definitely does not seem committed to the game. And I think that's whatever team would.
Is a problem.
And this is why I say Memphis can try to move on from him. What team really takes on that piece to say, is he enough to get? So here's the odds right now. The Miami Heat is the number 1 odds to get him. I guess he just bought a $3.2 million mansion in Miami. They think that's signs of where he went. The next greatest odds is that he stays with the Memphis Grizzlies. No. After that, the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks, have the next best odds. The Toronto Raptors have said or expressed interest in Ja Morant. I don't think that's a good move because I think he needs to be somewhere where he's the number 1. Listen to this one. The next best odds, Sacramento Kings.
Nope.
Like, why would then the Brooklyn Nets have the next best odds, and then Minnesota Timberwolves?
I'm going to tell you. Think about this one. Washington Wizards just got Trey, right?
Yes.
Why not trade for Ja Morant?
I like it.
You trade for Ja Morant, you might make the playoffs this year.
You have two key pieces.
2 guys that can get it done, plus the young talent.
Yeah, I like that. I would do that.
I mean,
the Wizards. Ron pulling that out.
That is a franchise-changing move right there. And I'll tell you, if they do that, they make the postseason.
And I'll say this. I disagree with Danny in this aspect. I don't think that Ja Morant's a loser. I think he needs to be committed to the sport or his sport more. The kid has talent. He has talent.
He's a money guy and a star guy. He wants to be out in the public eye.
Danny using a little language. We're not going to post that comment.
Oh, we are posting the comment.
Well, I'm not reading it.
I don't want. Yeah, Manuel talking poop about my Luka.
Poop. I will say this. Listen, for his career, 22.4 points per game, 4.6 assists, 7.4. 4.6 rebounds, 7.4 assists in his career. The kid can put up numbers, and we've seen him do it.
Super talented, super immature.
It's all up here now. Obviously, it's between the ears. If he can figure that out or it gets to a team, I like that move.
Kevin Garnett, please give him a call. I know you work for Minnesota now, and you're a green guy, but give him a call. Straighten his butt out, please, because he's so talented, and he's letting it squander.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Listen, off the court stuff. Danny says Joe Morant showed a weapon on live stream. Eric, I do remember that, and I am not condoning what he did. What I'm saying is,
no, I don't like it, and that turned me off.
He's a talent on the court. What he does off the court, I think sometimes the team has to think about that as well before they make a move for him, Danny. So I agree.
In the bottom 3 of my least favorite players.
That first of all, you got like a bucket.
He'll never be number 1, though. He'll never be number 1.
You got a bucket of players that you don't like. So we can't. Bottom 3.
I do have a bucket of those.
Throwing names in there all the time. Manny, no, I've been a Luka fan since he played at Madrid because he played for Real Madrid. I was saying
Eric knows I was a big Luka fan until he got traded to the LA Lakers.
Yeah, nobody likes the Lakers except one person that's probably on this podcast right now. All right. Speaking of somebody that's on the podcast right now, I'm sure he's going to love this next story. Here in Major League Baseball land, the land where it's the word that Danny used earlier. Kyle Tucker is signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers, Ron. Has this finally ruined baseball? Can I start? Because I know you're going to have a tantrum.
I get a headache now just from it.
First and foremost, it's a 4-year, $240 million deal. $30 million of it, believe it or not, Ron, deferred. Wow, that never happened.
Wow, big surprise. Big surprise.
He also has an opt-out after the second and third season. Listen.
He's going to opt out.
The Dodgers last season, this blew my mind. This stat, every week I told you, Ron, I'm going to have a stat that blows your mind. This stat blew my mind. The Dodgers last season paid $170 million in the luxury tax penalty. That is more than the New York Yankees and the New York Mets combined. When we talk about small market teams, the reason why small market teams are not I told you, Danny, Kyle Tucker, let's go Dodgers. This is the biggest rig.
Dodgers win. We already know. It's
surprise. Listen, we could do the show right now, Danny, and just Los Angeles Dodgers won their 3rd straight World Series. Done. Nobody has to watch baseball because baseball has chosen.
I'm not going to
ruin the sport by trying to make it seem like they're doing a favor by putting this luxury tax penalty for teams that overspend. They have not, because if I am a small market team, guess what? The Los Angeles Dodgers just paid me because the money goes to those teams that didn't spend to the threshold. So I'm not spending. You can win the World Series. I'm still getting money from you. What is the incentive for any of these teams to give a rat's ass about Major League Baseball and about putting a competitive team on the field? Because they don't care, because they're going to get money from the Dodgers no matter what. It's a joke.
Eric, it is a joke. And I'll go even further than that. Okay? Guess what's coming up?
Easter.
The contract for the players is coming up, right?
Yes.
And guess what? Big surprise, there's going to be a lockout.
What?
Big surprise.
You know why? Because they want a salary cap.
Right.
And they won't allow it.
The teams want a salary cap, which is a joke because that's all but one team, and that one team is going to cheat the system because they're deferring everything. Even the Yankees don't do that. Yes, they'll open up their wallets and
which they don't
pay
do
for
anymore
a player.
Listen,
but you know what? At least they're showing it on the books. The Dodgers are just scum.
Manny has said that that's why Ron and Eric should buy the Yankees and turning them around so they can finally win something. I am for that.
Why would I want the Yankees to win something?
Listen, we need to do something.
I have enough problems in Boston where they've only signed one guy.
Ron,
in free agency.
This is why you want to buy the Yankees. We want to buy the Yankees. There is only one team right now that financially can finally put these Dodgers in their place. The ownership of the New York Yankees choose to run it as a business and do not want to lose money, which I can't see how that's even possible, versus doing exactly what the Dodgers have because they have the capabilities. The New York Mets have the capabilities. The San Diego Padres somehow always find a way to have the
Boston
capability.
Red Sox have the ability to do it, but they don't want to do anything.
So my point is this. There has to be a point where these owners just say, screw the luxury tax, screw everything, and say, I'm not going to allow one team to completely dominate every free agent that has been available is somehow linked to the Dodgers before anything else. There is no when you talk about parity in the NFL, there's a zero in the Major League Baseball circle. It is one team and one team only. Danny,
no, you know what?
This is why fans get on my nerves.
I will give you the Lakers. I'll give you the Dallas Cowboys. And I'll give you the LA Kings. But there is no way I condone what the Dodgers are doing. They're basically putting a front. It's a front because all these players they're signing and all their contracts are getting deferred because they have the money to do that, so they don't care. They don't care. And I'm sorry, you know what, Magic Johnson? Take your Dodgers and stick it way up there, because I'm so sick of baseball and what they're doing, and I can't wait because eventually it's all going to come crumbling down because they really can't afford all these salaries that are getting ridiculously high because Major League Baseball are losing fans left and right from every market except for the Dodgers because they have every good player known to mankind. And I love Mookie Betts as a player, but I can't stomach the Dodgers. Can't stomach. I hate them more than the Yankees. That's how bad it is in the MLB right now. They're despicable. Despicable.
Again, if you want to be a baseball fan today, you cannot sit back and enjoy the fact that you know your team's already out of it before the season even starts. Before they get onto spring training, before the pitches and catches start to warm up and do anything, you've already put the Los Angeles Dodgers as the World Series champions because all they do is continue to buy players. They buy players at a discounted rate, which a team that can afford to pay full market value, but somehow are able to defer all this money. So paying for something, it's like buying a Lamborghini and paying Hyundai prices.
Yeah.
Right. And I got a Lamborghini. I am driving and I am excited. And guess what? I got the best car out of all of my friends.
Eric, it also doesn't even count towards the luxury tax. That deferred money doesn't count. And that's scummy. That is scummy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baseball
I
has
just
to
don't
change
like it.
this.
I don't like it. You know, and to be honest with you, I am surprised that the Yankees are letting the Dodgers get away with this. I'm surprised.
Danny and Manny are going at it.
They have money. They have more money than any other team, except the Dallas Cowboys. They have more money than everybody.
Ron, I know you're fired up, but I think we may have a little controversy of our own with our live fans today. Manny
I know. I see
comes in with, I'm confused. Danny is an LA fan, but when it comes to football, he's a Cowboys fan. Danny comes back with Manuel. I am a diehard Cowboys fan.
Name.
Let's go. You have a problem with that. Wow, we've got fans bickering. We're upset with Major League Baseball.
You know what's funny?
This has
They're
been
both
a show.
Dallas Cowboy fans.
LOL. Eric can tell you what team I support in the NFL. He's a Cowboys fan as well, Danny.
I was livid over this. And, you know, dare I say, I hope the Yankees get all the rest of the good players.
But this is
because I know the Boston Red Sox. I'm going to pay $1 for any of them.
Ron, take the Boston Red Sox out of it. And I know that's why you're upset.
They're garbage.
No,
they signed one guy, Ranger.
Listen, I know why you're upset. What I'm saying to you is this. There are teams now that are choosing to run it like a business, AKA the Boston Red Sox, the New York Yankees. I wouldn't even say the Mets. The Mets just spend money poorly. But what ends up happening is this. They're getting money from the Dodgers, so they don't care if their teams don't win a World Series. The Boston Red Sox will benefit by staying under a threshold, and the Dodgers will pay some of that money back to them. So there is no point in them having to even care about it. If the Los Angeles Dodgers were going to be penalized where, guess what? They can't sign a free agent next season because
Eric,
they've been over the threshold for so many years. That changes.
The reason why I'm so upset about the Red Sox is because they're treating it like they're the Kansas City Royals.
But there's no reason for them to treat it any differently.
There isn't.
And that's where I'm saying.
The fact that they'll still pack the stands because the fans are so gullible,
they'll still make money.
Doing,
Ron, it's about money.
That they're going to have a chance. They have no chance.
It's about money, and that's all it is.
Money.
And to me, why am I going to spend more money or put more players in there? Why, if I'm the Boston Red Sox, Ron, what benefit is it for me to sign a big top free agent when the Los Angeles Dodgers have 8 players that are probably all-stars?
Yeah.
That I know I'm going to lose eventually anyway, to not say, hey, even if we make the postseason, that's extra money. Guess what? The Dodgers are going to pay me extra money. I don't need to sign a free agent. The New York Yankees don't need to sign a free agent. They're not going to do it because there's no point to it, because baseball allows one team to dominate the offseason. They have to penalize these teams in a way that says, listen, if you are over the threshold for 2 to 3 years in a row, you are not allowed to sign a free agent.
Yeah.
Now it takes
away.
Do you
remember last week when you were saying, oh, does Edward Cabrera make a difference for the Cubs? Will they make the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle Tucker, wasn't he a Cub?
He was.
So they're going in reverse. They have no chance of doing anything either. And this is what I was saying, because the Dodgers, and we talked about this, we talked about Kyle Tucker. Where's he going to end up? And we all knew he was going to end up in the Dodgers, and they were going to defer money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is what happened. And you know what the next move is? It's Scooble.
Yeah.
That's the next move.
And this was my point. Major League Baseball needs to step in at some point, which they won't, because they're making money. All right, Ron, we're going to move on.
I will not watch a game this season. I won't watch. There's no point.
It's gotten
Why not? Why? I'm just going to watch the WNBA because it's a better game.
Yeah. I am literally looking forward to the Women's Professional Baseball League.
Yes, that too.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to watch that.
All right, Ron, we're going to move on to our split decisions.
Oh, my God. I so hate baseball right now.
Our split decision segment, basically, we give each other 2 more likely questions, and we got to make a decision. I am first this week, Ron. So we're going to start.
Danny, send us a question.
Send us a more likely question, because I'm going to start with this gentleman right here in the corner. Ron, is it more like Aaron Rodgers plays next season for the Steelers, plays for another team next season, or retires from the NFL? Which is more likely to happen?
I think he's going to retire. There's no point in going on. How long is his contract for?
He's a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent? Yeah, I don't see anybody bringing him in. Yeah, I don't see it. I think he's going to retire. I don't think he's going to get beat up again anymore, because I don't think he has it anymore. Yeah, he's just an average quarterback right now.
I could see him retiring, but if a good team gets a major injury to their quarterback, maybe coming back next season in that role.
Indianapolis, maybe.
Something. Yeah, that worked out well for them. Why is Manuel getting on my nerves about being a Dallas Cowboy fan? Danny, Manny is also a Dallas Cowboy fan. I think A-Rod is going to pull one more year. Where do you think he's going, Manny?
A-Rod? Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
okay, I'm
Rodgers.
like, A-Rod,
Yeah.
he's been retired.
You're still in the baseball mode. All right.
God, I hate
Ron, your first split decision?
We'll just go with this one. See me, we were just talking about this lovely sport. With the Sox signing Ranger Suarez as their first free agent signing.
Liking
First one.
Reverse one.
Who is more likely to sign with Boston? The first choice is no one. Then I have Eugenio Suarez, third base, which they need a third baseman apparently. Luis Arias, a second baseman, which, oh, by the way, they need a second baseman too. Paul Goldschmidt, first base. Oh, don't they need a first baseman too? And Marcel Ozuna, DH. Oh, wait, don't they need a DH?
I don't know. Do you happen to have the ages? I think Goldschmidt I would take out just based on the age.
He's old. Yeah, he's old.
So I think I like the Ozuna. I like the fact that they could go DH. They need power in that lineup. That's still been a consistent issue.
Yeah,
with
that's
Boston
why
Red Sox.
Ozuna and Suarez make sense.
Yeah, sense. Yeah, so I could see it going that route. And again, these guys will probably be lower market signing, so I could see it them get. I don't think Boston's going to not sign anyone. I just, again, we talk about top free
They're not
agents.
going to spend the money.
They're not. Nobody is. Nobody's doing it. One team is, and we just talked about it.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you are right.
So I to me, it's let's get these second tier players all at a discounted rate or a bargain deal, and that's what all these teams are doing. So
that's why I feel like the Red Sox are going to sign a Reyes, second baseman. It's not flashy, but he did hit 292 with 181 hits last year.
Listen, I like what Boston did with the pitching, Ron. I know you don't think that I think
I'm not. Look, I'm not saying I don't like what they did with the pitching. I think their rotation now looks pretty decent,
much better. And listen,
but it would be nice if they just went out and hey, let's re-sign Giolito.
100%. I get it.
The guy has a good year, 10-4, 3.41 ERA in 26 starts, but then they don't re-sign him. You traded prospects for this guy.
Manny says Pittsburgh, but a team that desperate needs a quarterback is the Dolphins. So maybe the Dolphins, maybe. Might depend on who becomes a head coach. And it does depend on who the head coach is. Yeah, Tyreek Hill comes back healthy, maybe.
So you're saying Ozuna?
Yeah, I'm going Ozuna DH. I think they'll go. They, for some reason, are weird with their position players. Like Boston, they need a first baseman, a second, third. They'll go DH because it just doesn't make as much sense. That's the Red Sox on that aspect. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I know. It's frustrating.
All right, your second split decision, Ron. Which NBA player is more likely to average 30 points per game by the end of the season? Jaylen Brown, who's averaging 29.4 points. Nikola Jokic, who's averaging 29.6 points. Or Donovan Mitchell, who's averaging 29.7 points. Who is more likely to average 30 points by season's end?
Joker. Not even close. First of all, Brown is out because when Tatum comes back, that's going to take some points away.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell isn't going to last the whole year. So he's not going to last the whole year.
Okay.
There's no way. He's doing it all.
All right.
And he's not going to hold up. Joker, I have confidence he's going to hit 30.
Okay. All right. I don't like the fact he does too many other things. I feel like scoring to me is like his third option. He wants the rebound and pass, and it's like so. But I yeah.
Every day.
Right? It's ridiculous. All right, Ron, your second split decision.
All right. Who is more likely to dethrone SGA as league MVP?
Ooh.
Nikola Jokic?
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese Maxey? Luka Doncic? Jaylen Brown? And I have to add a fifth one. I cannot forget Cade Cunningham. I think those five guys have got a shot.
Luka's leading the league in scoring. So that kind of gives him an edge. Usually the leading scorer, the top scorers kind of get thrown into the MVP. So he's definitely in my top three, Luka.
Yeah.
Nikolai Jokic is probably the most likely. He's averaging a triple-double again. He's already won it, so it kind of puts the only part of that makes it more difficult because sometimes they like the new fresh face, even though last year he should have won it.
We have these two guys arguing all this way, right? But they're both Dallas Cowboy fans, and they both just picked Luka.
Luka, yeah. I don't think Cade Cunningham's going to do enough to vault him past, Luka or Jokic. Yep. So I take him out. So who's the other two again? You said
Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Maxey's not getting it. I just don't think Larry Bird. Yes, Manny, Larry Bird. I don't think Maxey gets it because I don't think the Sixers are going to be that good. Like they'll be an okay team, but not enough to vault him. He'll be a good scorer, but I don't think it puts him ahead. Jaylen Brown, it's a tough call because they're overachieving for what you lose the best player or one of the top 5 players in the NBA, and he's become one of the top 5 players in the NBA. So you start to say, okay, well, Jaylen Brown, most valuable player. The problem is that most valuable player is coming back. And I think we're all expecting Jaylen Brown to lose a little bit of the spunk that he has now, right? Like I think he's not going to be able to continue to carry it through. So, but I'm going between Luka and Jokic, and I think the triple double thing's going to be too hard not to. And he's averaging almost 30 points a game.
I know.
So it's not even like you sit back and go, "Wow, he's averaging 15, 10, and 10."
Fourth if he gets it right.
Yeah. So I'm going Jokic. I think he's more likely to win the MVP just based on his numbers. Good. But that was awesome. That was a good one. I like that. All right, Ron, let's talk some NHL here. So I want to have a little fun with the NHL. We're going to do, first and foremost, we want to congratulate Zdeno Chara for having his number retired from the Boston Bruins, number 33. So before I get into the fun part of what I want to do, knowing that you're a massive Boston Bruins fan, I guess my question first and foremost would be, what did he mean to you?
What gave you that clue?
Yeah, I don't know. What gave that up? Good guess. What did he mean for you during his Boston Bruins tenure?
Oops. All right, what was the question?
What did he mean to you as a Bruins fan during his tenure here with Boston? So he was with Boston for 14 years. 148 goals, 333 assists, 481 points. He was a plus 240, Ron, with the Boston Bruins. Absolutely ridiculous. 1,809 hits, 1,336 blocks, 4-time All-Star, and he won a cup with the Bruins. What did he mean to the Boston Bruins?
Wait. Let me pull out my best LeBron impersonation. Everything.
Hold on. I'll do Kevin Hart. Everything? That's all you got? Where's Shaq?
He might say that, but it'd be everywhere.
Everything.
No. But I mean, wow. When you have the history of defensemen like the Bruins have, they have 6 retired numbers that are defensemen. Chara being the 6th. But we all know Bobby Orr.
Don't ruin this, because that's one of the questions.
We all know Ray Bork.
Okay. Can you name all 6 defensemen?
Probably not.
Okay, because we are going to do that.
I can't think right now. It's blank,
Okay.
and I was going to probably reel off all 6 of them, but then it just went blank.
All right, so Bobby Orr being one, Ray Bork being one. Yep.
But when I look at Ray Bork in particular, because he drove the offense, and he was better than anybody defensively. And the leadership that Bork did is probably very similar, but doesn't even compare to what the leadership that Chara brought. He was made captain when he signed with the Bruins. And he came in saying, I'm going to do this, and this. We're going to make it a culture thing for this locker room. And we're going to make it so that way when you come to Boston, this is what you are. This is what we expect. And this is what you have to do. And now it's no, surprise that I loved Patrice Bergeron, in the Bruins uniform, and what he meant as a leader. He learned it from Chara, and he got that message from Chara, and that's how it extended with him. And it's such big shoes to fill with Zdeno Chara, because he's a mountain of a man. And defensively, during his prime, and even after his prime, there was nobody like that. And what he instilled in Boston was tremendous. And I remember him coming in, after that gap where we didn't have that guy. When Ray Bork left to when Chara came in, it was not very fun. And he just reinstilled what it meant to be a Bruin. Okay. He was tough. He was super talented. And he was a lunch pail guy. Because he wasn't just naturally gifted. It wasn't like, oh my God, look at this guy skating out here. Like, he couldn't skate when he first started playing hockey. And that's saying something, and just with the community, the culture that he brought was just amazing. And you have that culture to this day, even though they were bad last year, but you felt like they were
the big
ready
bad Bruins
for the next thing.
Still the big bad Bruins, right? Brought back that toughness.
Just toughness.
Right. So, all right, Ron. Well said. So this first question might be a difficult one. So we got his rafter right up there. And this isn't even a do you know, Ron. I wanted to ask you because number 33 is pretty synonymous with Boston sports legends. Which 33 meant more to their Boston franchise? Larry Bird or Zdeno Chara?
Larry. Even Zdeno knows.
But if you think about where the Bruins were headed and what you said about a culture, the Boston Bruins had that culture pretty much throughout. Larry brought it back from, but they still had the most championships when Larry Bird got to Boston.
Yeah. Just the impact, though, when you think of the number 33, I'm
13,
sorry.
you go to Larry. Yeah.
It's
when it
Larry
comes-
Bird.
Right? Okay.
Even
All right.
he said it. Even
Yeah.
he said it.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay. All right. So
And Jason Veritek is no slouch either.
yeah, that's fair. All right. So there have been 13 Boston Bruins numbers retired. You're cheating right now. Don't look them up.
How am I cheating?
Don't look them up. 13 Boston Bruins numbers retired. Can you name just the defensemen? So there are 6, with the Zdeno Chara being the 6th. You already named Bork, and you already
Bork and Orr.
Yeah, probably not going to get the next few because they were way back in the heyday.
Yeah, they were way back.
1940s,
and I know
30s.
one of them for sure.
Okay, I will name him.
But
All
I
right.
can't think of his name.
All right, how about this? I'll give you a name, see if you know their number. Maybe?
I was
We'll
thinking
try that.
Shaw for some reason.
Edward Shaw, yes, is one of the Boston Bruins defensemen. Number 2, Ron. He was number 2, is retired for the Boston Bruins.
Wow, I think that's the only one I could think of.
right.
But I know there's another guy that's big.
Lionel,
But I think that might be the only one I could think
right.
of at the moment.
Lionel Hitchman,
Oh, Hitchman, yes.
number 3 for the Boston
number
Bruins.
3.
The reason why Zdeno Chara couldn't get number 3
Couldn't get third
because he was already retired.
Yeah.
Number 4, Bobby Orr, you already said.
Orr.
Number 5, Aubrey Clapper.
Oh,
defenseman
Dick
for the-
Clapper. Yes. Dick Clapper. I knew there was another big one, and that's the one.
Yeah. And then number 77, Ray Bork. And now, obviously, Zdeno Chara at number 33. So those are the 6 Boston Bruins defensemen that have been
and
retired.
I should have known.
numbers retired.
Should have known Hitchman because they mentioned him last night, and he mentioned them.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Forgot about it, but Dick Clapper was another big one, and
yeah, that's great. Congratulations to Zdeno Chara. Great career with the Boston Bruins.
Absolutely.
His number will no longer be won by a Boston Bruins, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
They're going to run out of numbers. Who's going to be the first team?
Right? At some point. I thought Eric was going to say Messi after saying Lionel. Lionel Messi. Yeah, they retired Lionel Messi's number at the Boston Bruins. Good call, Manny. All right, Ron, we're going to move on to our pick and roll.
It's time for pick and
How come they've never
roll.
retired a goaltender?
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
All right. These 6 players have all won 3 Stanley Cups in their career and are currently active in the NHL. Again, episode 3 of season 6. So that's why we picked the number 3 here. And those players are Carter Verhaeghe, Jonathan Taves, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang, Patrick Kane, and Sidney Crosby. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. I am first, so I will start us off.
You did this on purpose.
I didn't. I was really trying to leave Crosby off, but there wasn't a 6th player that was active. That's 1-3. So I ended up with Crosby. So realistically, this is 6 through 2 because number 1, obviously his number is just ridiculous. But at number 6 for me, I had Carter Verhaeghe. Only 455 games. So the fact that he's already won 3 cups, pretty damn impressive. Lucky him. He was on the right teams at the right time.
Good player.
Right? 160 goals, 176 assists, 366 points. He's a plus 49 in his career, 24 game-winning goals, and the 3 cups, but he has no other hardware to speak of. So Verhaeghe at number 6.
Probably never will.
At number 5, I went Chris Letang. 1,207 games. He's got 178 goals, 618 assists, 796 points. So I didn't like the points to games.
Well, he's a defenseman.
Yeah, but I just didn't like it. Plus 87, 36 game-winning goals, 3 cups. We already discussed that. 2 All-Stars and 1 Masterton. Chris Letang, I just didn't have enough hardware for me to put him ahead of some of the other guys. So at number 4, I went Jonathan Taves, 1,100 13 games in his career, 379 goals, 522 assists, 901 points. He's a plus 137. That's pretty good. 69 game-winning goals. He's been an all-star. He's won a Smythe, a Selke, and a Messier, and obviously the 3 cups. At number 3, I went Patrick Kane. 1,335 games. He has 500 goals, 871 assists, 1,371 points, so more than a point per game in his career. He's only a plus 3. That's what put him at number 3 for me. 83 game-winning goals. He's been a 4-time All-Star, won a Calder, a Smythe, a Ross, a Hart, and a Pearson. So he has some hardware, but I didn't like the plus 3, so that's why I put Evgeny Malkin at number 2. 1,244 games, 524 goals, 856 assists, 1,380 points, so well more than a point per game, as well as a plus 36, which isn't remarkable, but it's much better than a plus 3 in my book. 87 game-winning goals. He's 3-time All-Star, 2 Rosses, a Smythe, a Hart, a Pearson, and a Calder. But at number 1, when we talk points per game, Ron, and this is the biggest piece I've ever gotten from you from the hockey thing, when you really started to talk about it, I didn't realize how good Sidney Crosby is till I heard this number. 1,398 games in his career. He has 650 goals, 1,088 assists. He's got 1,738 points. That's almost 400 points more than games played. Remarkable. A plus 196, 103 game-winning goals. Been an 8-time All-Star, 2 Rosses, 2 Harts, 3 Pearson, 2 Richards, 2 Smythes, and a Messier, plus the 3 cups. Sidney Crosby at number 1. Like I said, it's 6 through 2 because Crosby just head and shoulders above the better of the 2.
You're just assuming that I have Sidney Crosby at number 1.
I know you do. And I will say this. Only 6 guys in the league still active with 3 cups. So that's pretty crazy to think about too. With all the Panthers and the Panthers, how many they've won in the last few years, or the Lightning, you would have thought there would have been more active 3 cup.
All right, give this man a round of applause.
I think that's like 2 or 3 hockey ones in a row that me and you have.
And we matched on both.
Yes. Yeah, that might be a first too. Our starting 5. Yeah.
Not a first, but it's only like been about
very rare.
I know for a fact we did 1 time. So I'm going to say we did 3 times. Match both. Okay, so Carter Verhaeghe is definitely number 6 out of all of these players. He's number 6. Good hockey player, though. He's probably still got a good amount of time. He just recently started piling up some goals, in his career. So good start. 3 cups, at this point already. You haven't even hit 500 games yet.
Like Tom Brady numbers.
That's great. That's great. Number 5, Chris Letang, like you said. Plus 87, 796 points in 1,207 games. Very good defenseman. Big part of those Stanley Cups. I guess I'm a little spoiled here in Boston with the defensemen we've had. Some guy named Bobby and Ray, and
Chara. Yeah, we just talked. Yeah.
So Letang to me isn't anything special. He is Charlie McAvoy with hardware.
Okay.
Basically. Although Charlie McAvoy is a little tougher. Although he's been brittle. Number 4, Jonathan Toews, the Chicago Blackhawks version of Patrice Bergeron. The only problem with Toews is in his later years now, he's not as effective as he once was. And so his career is definitely shorter than Bergeron. But in his prime, he was fantastic. And if not for the lack of numbers late in his career, he might have been pushing for number 3. But he didn't come close because of how he's played. But the hardware is there. One of the best defensive players, wins faceoffs, great leader. He was everything you wanted. Helped them win win 3 cups, really. I mean, he was a big part of that. Patrick Kane, slightly ahead of him. I didn't have him in the same grouping with Malkin, even though the points are really close. It's only 9 points difference. But he is a defensive liability. I mean, he does have over 500 goals, though. I mean, you can't argue with that. So that alone is what put him ahead of Taves for me. 4 All-Stars, which is great, but I just like Evgeny Malkin's game better. He's also bigger, stronger, and
played almost 100 less games, too.
Yeah, Malkin. And the fact that Malkin did win 2 Art Ross trophies is huge. Leading scorer, twice. That is saying something because, his other guy on his team has done it twice, and everybody keeps putting him on that pedestal and not Malkin. Malkin deserves some of that limelight, but he still is not Sidney Crosby. And although Sidney Crosby is the 3rd best Penguin ever, he's still a great player. And I know I give him a hard time, but he's a great player. I'm not going to put him, ahead of a ton of other guys, but, he's not top 5 for sure.
We know,
maybe
Ron.
top 20.
Maybe
top 20.
We know. Ron, before
he was way ahead, so it's not.
Great list, some great players. Let me ask you this, Ron, before we move on to our predictions. Can you tell the wonderful people out there about the Providence, Rhode Island, our good friends there at 990 WBOB?
I can find it now.
Because I missed that earlier.
All right, tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 BOB page, radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including this one, Sports Unfolded, and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour. And I'll tell you, those Bulldogs, top-notch.
Nice.
Top-notch.
All right, Ron. It is prediction time.
Woohoo!
We can, Manny, Danny, look at those numbers last week for Manny and Danny. Great job, gentlemen. Hopefully you're still on so you can give us your picks this week.
Yes. So Eric, I'm going to give them both a prize.
All right.
So they just have to email me their address. So just let me get the graphic for the email right here. Here's the email. So send me an email and with your address, and I will send you out your prizes because you both got 9 wins, which is the most of the week.
Yes. They beat you out 8-3 last week, Ron. So
yes.
Really good week. Anybody out there live, you also please give us your predictions as we call the games out. We'll add your name to the chart as well. But before we start it, Ron, it is time for me to pay up for losing last year's predictions. So
Danny, wait. Manny, wait for this.
As we do each
so let me
every
just set
season.
this up.
Go ahead, buddy.
I won the predictions over Eric this year. So we're 2-2 since we've been doing it. And I remember the little squabble you and Danny had. And I was like, well, I could go Miami Dolphins, New York Jets. I already made him wear a Red Sox hat once before, so I didn't want to go there. And he's not he doesn't really have the ties to the Boston Bruins, so I couldn't make him wear something like that. What would get Eric really upset? Oh my God. So there you go, dude. Manny, I made him wear a Dallas Cowboy hat. So not only did he have to wear it, he had to spend money on it. He had to spend money.
Yeah, it's going in the trash as soon as we're done with the show.
You could send it out to Danny.
No, I thought about
Manny.
it. Sign autographed Cowboys hat. With that, gentlemen, we are going to move on to our predictions. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. I'm so excited. This is amazing. I love it. And you know what's going to be the?
Look at you.
It will be the one thing that stays on when we post the show to watch.
I'm gonna send this clip everywhere.
I can't.
Everywhere.
Wait. Thanks. I appreciate you. All right. Let's start off with this first game on Saturday. The Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. Ron, I'm going to do a first here in the NFL. I'll explain it afterwards. I'm going road team here. I think the Buffalo Bills do enough to hold on and beat the Denver Broncos this weekend.
I agree. I picked the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, I'm not going against him because he can pull off a miracle. There is no quarterback in the league besides him and Mahomes where I think that they can just win just because of their will. But Allen does it time after time with his size. I'm going Buffalo.
Danny went Broncos. Manny, if you have a pick, Ron, you did your job. I hope your pillow is cold enough every single night. Good job, soldier.
I love it.
Manny went Buffalo. Why do I feel funny? Like I just
you look funny. I'm sorry. I can't even look at you. You're hideous.
Yeah, it's just thanks.
It's that Kramer moment.
All right. Also this Saturday, you have the San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. Ron, who are you taking?
I'm going Seattle. I just think, being in Seattle is going to be very difficult for San Francisco, especially when they have walking wounded. I just don't think they have. I don't think they have the horses. I'm sorry. If they key on, their one guy that can get it done, McCaffrey, they're in trouble.
Manny, for a second, I thought it was Jerry Jones. Do I look that old, Manny? Thanks a lot. Put on a Cowboys jersey. Now, this is as far as I go with anything Cowboys on this body.
See, Danny, you missed your chance. You could have sent it to him. Then he would have wore both.
Danny's going 49ers.
Wow, really? Going 49ers as a Dallas Cowboy fan?
I am going to agree with Danny. I think that the old Sam Darnold comes out in this postseason. I don't like the fact that he's already claimed an injury. And I think San Francisco learns from that last week of the season to do enough to just beat Seattle. I don't think it's going to be by any stretch a blowout. I think it's an extremely close game. But I think Darnold loses this game for them. I still have not bought into the Sam Darnold is a legitimate quarterback.
Didn't he lose the game for them in Minnesota?
Manny went Seattle. All right. This Sunday, Ron, we've got the Houston Texans at the New England Patriots. The number one defense travels well. I think Drake May, in his struggles against the Chargers, will see even more trouble against this Houston Texans team. I'm going Houston.
I'm glad you're going Houston because you went Chargers as well.
Mhm.
I'm
Sometimes
going New
for a
England.
reason.
I think they're the better team. I think they're going to get it done. I don't think there's that much of a difference between defenses.
What you can't? Yeah, thank you. You can't say that with a straight face. Not even close, buddy. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about last week.
Last 1 week. Yes, okay. Last week's Patriots. Danny's
I'm
going
confident.
Patriots.
I'm very confident.
All right, Danny's going Patriots. Give me the best defense in the league. Manny's going Houston.
We've already got two different in 3 games.
All right. In the last game this Sunday, you got the Los Angeles Rams at the Chicago Bears. Ron, who are you taking?
This is a hard one because it's going to snow. But I think the Rams are going to show up. And I'm picking the Rams.
I don't know if you remember last season, they played the Eagles in Philadelphia. It was snowing, and they played extremely well, so it didn't bother them. I also feel like Chicago starts off slow. The Rams are going to put up points.
Yeah, you can't do that against the Rams.
I like the Rams in this matchup. I think they're going to. This is a first for me, by the way. I picked all road teams.
I noticed that. That's what I did not want.
All road teams. I think, is that a Ram? Can you bring up?
Yes, it is Rams. I mean, it looks like sheep, but sheep with a little ram. They are Rams.
Oh, Manny went Rams.
Very woolly Rams.
The old woolly Rams. Danny, do you have a pick? Los Angeles Rams at the Chicago Bears.
In a row.
My head's burning right now, by the way. I'm just saying. Bears. Danny's going Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. All right. NBA action, Ron. You got the Boston Celtics at the Detroit Pistons. As well as Boston's played, they seem to struggle against the really good teams. So I went Detroit here at home.
Yeah, I went Detroit too. In Detroit, no. If they were in Boston, maybe they can squeak out the win like they did last time, but it's in Detroit. It's not happening.
The old squeak.
Yep. Pistons are going to be fired up.
Get it? The Pistons are firing on all cylinders. I like what you did there, buddy. And Detroit, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, they're not winning in
car capital.
Yes. They're just going to run all over the Celtics.
Getting tired of these jokes. No blink is out there.
Are you getting tired?
Danny going Detroit.
Are you getting tired, Eric?
Getting a little tired. I'm almost out of gas here, buddy. Almost out of gas. Oh boy. Come on.
Well,
Manny, oil me down with your pick.
Everybody goes on their journey, and for Detroit, the wheel will always be in the sky.
All right. I don't know if Manny's going to pick, so we're going to move on to the 20th. We have the San Antonio Spurs at the Houston Rockets. Who are you taking?
I'm taking San Antonio. Houston's starting to play like I thought they would when they got Durant. It's just all about Durant, and nobody else is doing anything now. So I'm going San Antonio.
All right, Manny went Detroit. I'm going Houston. The Spurs, I don't know, injuries and Wemby's, I don't know what's going on with him. Plays, he doesn't play. So I like the Rockets at home. So we got the San Antonio Spurs at the Houston Rockets. By the way, if you are listening on WDJY 99.1, we are running the contest for the entire month of January. So please email your picks to the following. RIBroadcasting.media@gmail.com and just put the header as predictions so that we can add your name to the chart. Manny's going Houston. Danny's going San Antonio. All right, some NHL action, Ron. You got the Washington Capitals at the Colorado Avalanche. That game is on the 19th. Who are you taking? Colorado.
I'm going against Colorado.
Avs, best team in the league, best record in the league. Don't seem to be losing any steam so far this season. So I went Colorado as well. Avs,
league. Best coach,
best scorer, they got pretty much everything. That team is loaded.
The only thing they don't have the best in the league is the goaltender.
Swayman.
He's not the best in the league. They're playing like they're the best in the league.
Swayman. Eric, I showed Brian the picture in the Cowboys hat, and he laughed. Brian, hi, Brian. Tell Brian I said hello, and this is extremely painful, so you can let him know that. My head hurts. My head hurts right now.
Feel a little squeeze.
My soul is draining as we speak. Get the Capitals at the Avalanche, gentlemen.
You should have wore a whole cowboy outfit.
No. Don't go.
With a little star, the sheriff badge.
Manny's going Colorado.
Colorado.
I don't know if Danny's going to pick. We'll move on. On the 20th, we've got the New Jersey Devils at the Edmonton Oilers. Oilers are playing some phenomenal hockey there. They have turned it around, whereas New Jersey's kind of hit or miss. So I went the home team here with the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, Edmonton. New Jersey's been playing horrible.
Danny went Colorado.
They just gave up 9 goals like a week and a half ago. It's like them and the Rangers are just like going the opposite direction.
Yeah, that Rangers team surprised, man. They
suck.
They cannot figure it out.
They stink.
Devils at the Oilers, gentlemen. If you have a pick, before we move on, Edmonton.
Danny's going Edmonton.
Edmonton. Annie, if you have a pick. Devils at Oilers. All right. One game left to pick. Again, those out there in Dallas, Georgia, make sure you put your picks in this week.
Yes.
Just email them.
Put them in. We know we have like 19 to 20-some thousand listeners.
So, all right. We are moving on to the National. He's going with the Oilers, I guess, because that's gas. It's definitely not a devil. So, National Championship. And I can't believe I'm saying this because the teams that are in, unreal. Number 10, Miami Hurricanes at the number 1 Indiana Hoosiers. The game is in Miami, though.
Yes, it is.
And this is this Monday, Ron. Listen, I am a believer in this Indiana team because what I saw them do to Oregon, I did not think it would be even, I thought it'd be a lot closer. They just seem like they're running on every defensively, offensively. I'm going Hoosiers to win this all.
Yeah, I am as well. And I don't think it's going to be close. I think they're going to blow the doors off of Miami, despite it actually being in Miami.
Which is crazy. That's so unfair. They should pick a neutral site that notes they don't have a college.
Well, it should have been a neutral site. Did you expect Miami to be there?
You know what I mean? No, but I'm saying like Jacksonville or something where they don't have a college. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because Miami's so far away from Jacksonville.
Still better than Miami in Miami.
I know, but it doesn't matter. The tickets were pre-sold.
Manny's going. Yeah, how many Indiana Hoosiers fans do you think?
Oh, they're all going to be there.
You think they picked up tickets ahead of time?
Half of the stadium gets reserved for Indiana.
Okay.
I don't know. I
Not
just
sure.
made that up.
Yeah, you did. Danny maybe doesn't have a pick. Maybe doesn't watch college football. All right, Ron. First and foremost, let's thank those that continue to help us grow. 990 WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you for the support and putting us on
With their
every
new radio
Saturday
page
at 10 a.m.
for a
Mendoza
year.
does look like a beast, Manny. He does. 99.1 WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia. Thank you for the support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. As well as our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E3 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support there as well. Ron, as well, I would love for you to tell the wonderful fans how they could become a sponsor and get their banner put up right above my beautiful Dallas Cowboys hat.
Look, Eric, it is very simple to do. All you have to do is just send us an email and asking for the information. Your ad will be here. We will read the ad, so not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, plus WBOB and WDJY in Metro Atlanta. And you'll get 20,000 plus eyes and ears on your ad. So send us an email at RIBroadcasting.media@gmail.com. And Eric, like I say all the time, it's like going to your local coffee shop and getting a cinnamon roll, and I love cinnamon rolls, with a nice hot chocolate.
Oh, nice. All right. I want to thank those that have joined us live tonight. Manny, Danny, you guys are always awesome.
You took
Willie,
off your hardware.
thank you for joining us tonight. Ron, as we always do, we end our show with our final thoughts, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first, so I will give you my final thought. And yet again, the sports world disappoints. We do a sports podcast, and it's because we love sports. In sports, for me, when I was growing up and just rooting for all these players and teams and everything that it became, I was so excited because I said it was the first time I believed in reality TV. Like I don't watch reality TV. I hate all those shows, Survivor. I never watched
I
any.
love Survivor.
I won't watch any of them because I don't believe in any of them. I think they're all rigged. Well, unfortunately, the college world has done it yet again in rigged games. So there was a point shaving scandal now where 39 college players, 17 Division I teams that have been found to have conducted point shaving in a gambling scheme. It's just disappointing for me because, again, you don't know what's real anymore or what to believe.
You have the teams?
I do, but I don't have it listed. And even then, it was like 39 players, so there was a professional player involved as well. It's just a shame that as the NCAA allows players to get paid now, you would think that would limit the excuses of why they're doing it, and it still doesn't. You don't know what to believe anymore when a team wins or loses. Is it because somebody is doing something illegal? It's saddening as a sports fan to have another one happen, and they continue to happen. So I'm just disappointed that the one thing that I always took pride in is that sports was the most real thing that you could watch on TV, and now unfortunately I can't say the same thing. It really doesn't matter, but it's up to you. But that was my final thought.
Okay. It's an interesting list. It's nothing that I haven't been warning everybody about for about 3 years, 4 years now. No, I don't know. And it is saddening and sickening at the same time, Eric. Truly agree with that. Look, my final thought. the Big Z, had to, really give him a send-off. I first want to say the Bruins did a great job with that ceremony. I think they're really starting to perfect those, to be honest with you. I found it interesting that they actually booed Cam Neely. It was like a kind of like a grumble. It was like, wasn't an actual boo, but it was a grumble. And but Chara is still with the organization. Apparently, so what I know is that he's basically their mentor, the player's mentor. So he goes into that locker room and he talks to players and gets them to be what a Bruin is supposed to be. And I think that's great. And if you're going to look up to somebody, it might as well be somebody 6'8".
Yeah.
Might as well be. But he meant a lot to this team. He meant a lot to a lot of the great players that are there. David Pastrnak is just one of those players. Corrali was there when he played his first stint with the Bruins. Of course, you have players like Bergeron and Marchand, and Andrew Ference did his celebration, the whole speech and everything, which he was funny, by the way. He was good. And now we look forward to next year, where I'm guessing Patrice Bergeron gets his number retired, which is another good choice, right? After that, I don't know where you go with that. I think Marchand would have to be retired and Pastrnak would have to be retired, which leads me to think, when are we going to do triple digits? It's coming. It's coming, because the Bruins are going through numbers like, and if they ever decide to retire a goaltender, maybe Tuukka, Jerry Cheevers. I don't know how he doesn't have his retired, but when you start adding that in, it gets a little much. So, but congratulations to Daniel Chara. He was a great player. That goes without saying. And he did help win that cup. It would have been nice if they won a couple more.
Yeah. Well said, Ron. Once again, thank you, everybody that joined us live. Great show. We had a lot of fun tonight. Want to tell you to tune in next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the best sports podcast on the planet. We always appreciate the support. Danny wants to be a sponsor. Send the email to Ron. I'll give you all the information. With that, enjoy the football this weekend. We'll talk to you next weekend. It'll be championship weekend, believe it or not, already in the NFL. So we've got about 3 weeks left of the NFL season, and it's over. All we ever ask for at the end of every single show is that we finally have peace on earth, and we need it more than ever.
Have a good night, everybody.